Crypto C with another day in the life. And the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Guys, I'm so excited for you. You're an early adopter in this new asset class, and it looks like the push is for the CFTC to become the regulator of his space. That's what it's looking like. And Congressman Tom Emmer is in agreement and is liking that move. We'll cover that as well. Got another set of lawyers and attorneys agreeing with the fact that the SEC is overstepping, but also that their definition of what security is and how it relates to digital assets is just not correct. We're going to get into that as well. Guys, be sure to check out Flare Community's YouTube channel and Flare Networks at Flare Networks on Twitter to watch the Flare Community meetup. It was a really good meetup. You definitely want to stay informed and get educated on all things Flare Network and Songbird. Guys. Listen, okay, so I'm going to get to this pretty quick. This is your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. So the Bitcoin dominance is at 39.6%. The total cryptocurrency market cap is at 1.9 trillion, 1.901 trillion, up 1% on 24 hours. Bitcoin is $39,806. Ethereum is at $2,932, and XRP is at 64 cents. That is not a great number unless you're in a position to buy, then it may be. ApeCoin's at 51.7%, is trading at $25. It is just not stopping. It's something about that ecosystem, the way they do things, plan it, the timing of it. I'm not sure, but they are making really good moves. Shout out to the new 1%. With the ApeCoin ecosystem, I think they're coming out with some land as well. That will be very interesting to see. But boy, a lot of double figure reds. Ethereum Classic's down 14, might as well say 19%, trading at $31. VeChain is down 15%, trading at 5 cents. Elrond is down 10%, trading at $147. Yeah, exited our position and curved to put it in a safer spot. So that's what we did there. But look at the Meyer Dex exchange. Oh man. Just a billion in total market cap, actually reaching the top 100 is pretty significant. I didn't exit that position. I'm not gonna exit that position. Yeah, I'm staying with that. And we'll ride the waves for a year or so there. But yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Really amazing to see it's in the top 100 in terms of total market cap in this space. That is really cool. So let's get to this article here. This is from Forecast News, and they were citing something, but and I believe Bill might have mentioned this as well. But remember this: the commissioner's statement not relevant to Ripple's XRP lawsuit defense. U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission staffers say their appointed leaders' views do not reflect the agency's stance on Ripple and XRP. U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission staffers say their appointed leaders' view did not reflect the agency's stance on Ripple and XRP. That's cool. We all know that when it comes to has the purse for sure. But I found this to be interesting. Some quotes from some attorneys, securities attorneys. It says here that the problem with the SEC's actions, according to Morse and Kircher, isn't primarily about lack of fair notice, although with respect to XRP, it certainly looks like after the fact lawmaking, considering that XRP was a viable and very widely used cryptocurrency long before the SEC discovered in 2017 that these types of digital tokens were actually securities. The primary problem with the SEC's regulation of these tokens, by and large, is that the tokens do not satisfy the Howey test and are not investment contracts. Another set of lawyers and attorney securities lawyers echoing the sentiments from this law firm here, who are security lawyers. And I covered this earlier. If you really want to get the latest and the laydown on it, you want to definitely check out this article here from Arnell Golden, Gregory, LLP, Securities Lawyers, Deconstructing the SEC's Cryptocurrency Suppression Program, Part 5. Check out the video I did earlier on that. I went into depth on this particular article. It is a great read for sure. Again, we want to point out what Stefan Huber found out about JP Morgan, Alibaba, and Swift. You won't believe what I just found. JP Morgan, Alibaba, and Swift partnered in 2017 to revolutionize cross-border payments with Ethereum. Bill, the attorney, says that would explain the motive for Simpson Thacher to use Bill Henman to obtain a free pass and why it happened so fast. The word is out. I'm telling you, it's one of the greatest financial stories in a long time, and I hope that some people really pick it up. Leonard P. Jones made this comment. I think it's really important to understand. Shout out to you, Leonard Jones. Keep doing what you're doing there, miss. Because JPM was desperate to save itself and own and control the technology, the XRP ledger is decentralized, and they hate that. They wanted to create their own version to keep the monopoly that is the Federal Reserve going. I freaking love it. Someone made a comment about Ethereum and the smart contracts, and come on, dude. And Linda Flair said, when Flare Networks is introduced, the smart contracts will be on the XRP ledger. Indeed, miss. Indeed. This is an interesting comment. Comment comes from Apollo. This is a reference to a new hire. Apollo hires JP Morgan's Moy in digital asset pusher. Last name must be Moy. Apollo Global Management, Inc., one of the world's largest private investment firms, is starting a new digital asset strategy and hiring one of the industry's, and this is again, she's from JP Morgan, Apollo Digital Asset Play new strategy, unlikely to invest in Bitcoin. We're looking beyond Bitcoin to real world use cases like asset custody, securitizations, and marketplaces. What's the best guess on if they'll eventually warm to Bitcoin too? Interesting stuff there. Very interesting. Just again, digital asset, like, knocked it out of the park with this one. It's just important to get it. Brad Garlinghouse went on Bloomberg's market and made these comments. Like, remember what he said? In fact, this is not that particular video, but he has said things like, I believe, in fact, we have taken over Swift, things like that, right? So check the timeline here. March 12th of 2018, Brad Garlinghouse is on Bloomberg Markets talking about Swift. 3 months later, him and Ethereum free pass speech, tokens built on ETH get free pass. 2 tokens built on it get a free pass. JPM coin as well, right? Joseph Lubin, a couple months later, at Consensus, JP Morgan Quorum acquisition, right? Joseph Lubin buys the JP Quorum, which has the JP coin, acquisition signed Swift. J. Cohen sees Ripple 4 months later, XRP, sells RippleXRP, and he walks out the door. So just take a listen to this.
So RippleNet is trying to take on Swift. What's been the traction like? Who's come on board?
Well, it's interesting as you step back and look at this. If you and I decided we were going to send $10,000 to California today, the fastest way for us to do it would be to drive to the airport and fly it there. That's a crazy thing to think about when you're in the age of the internet and we're used to information on demand. When we think about the customers that have come on board, it's because we're solving that real problem. We're changing the nature of a payment taking days to settle to California to seconds. So we now have well over 100 customers ranging from some of the biggest banks in the world to payment providers to the Western Unions and MoneyGrams, Linlan Pay out of China.
How many banks?
It's over 100. I actually don't know the exact number now. Last time we announced it publicly, we said over 100. We'll probably announce the next one when we get to over 200. We're signing up more than a bank a week now.
What are they using Quorum for?
So the publicly announced applications are their interbank information network, which has north of 400 financial institutions around the world. And it's essentially a messaging layer, similar to what Swift does. JP Morgan, I believe, has around 4,000 financial institutions in their correspondent banking network. So one could imagine that all of those organizations and perhaps more will eventually end up on IIN. So Consensus is supporting that network. And Consensus is also supporting JPM coin, which is a stable coin solution. So
and then examples here. I mean, I forget, I don't know if this is from the CFPB. I forget where this document is, but most relevant for wholesale CBDCs, crypto assets designed for inter or intra-bank payments and settlements, like JPM coin and XRP. I mean, it's right there. That is the deal. That is the fight for the Google as opposed to the Yahoo. And everyone involved knows it. That's the fight right there, guys. That is the fight. So this is something that I think is really, really exciting because we did get the word from Tom Emmer. I'll cover that in a second. So Sam Sutton put this out and Jimmy James finally responded. First, in Political Morning Money, House AG ranking member Congressman GT and Representative Ro Khanna are introducing a bill that would give the CFTC oversight of crypto exchanges. Crypto exchanges, right? Jimmy James goes on to say Representative Ro Khanna, Democrat from California, signed on to sponsor pending legislation that would clear a path for the CFTC to take jurisdiction over large parts of the crypto marketplace, treating digital exchanges similarly to designated contract markets and swap execution facilities. The bill is expected to get introduced later today with Representative Darren Soto of Florida, who, like Khanna, is a member of the Congressional Blockchain Caucus. Attached as a co-sponsor, Thompson and Khanna's legislation marks the latest entrant in a series of crypto bills that have been floated as lawmakers and federal agencies hustle to create guardrails around the fast-growing industry. The bill, which is originating in a House Agricultural Committee that has oversight over the CFTC, adds more fuel to an industry-wide push to give the financial derivatives regulator more sway over an industry that's been highly critical of the approach taken by the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, who repeatedly contended that most digital assets could be characterized as securities. This is where Gensler digs in to protect what he sees as his turf. Controlling the exchanges has always been his hammer to control the crypto space. If he controls the exchanges, he controls what is traded on them. Don't expect anything but a huge fight from him and Senator Warner. I'm trying to get, where's Tom Emmer's? Here it is right here. Here's Tom Emmer. Shout out to you, Tom Emmer. I've been working with Congressman GT and Representative Khanna and Representative Darren Soto, members of the Blockchain Caucus, on two pieces of sensible pro-crypto legislation that recognize a token is separate and distinct from securities offerings, from a securities offering, because the US framework should reflect that. With the new term investment contract asset, my bill, Securities Clarity Act, separates a token from a securities contract in existing law, allowing the SEC and token issuers to easily determine when a token is offered as a part of a securities contract and when it is not. And remember, that was the challenge here from this article here. It's very convoluted. It is very, very confusing, like these two securities lawyers are saying, how confusing it is. What is a contract of investment, right? Asking these questions. Again, check out my video earlier that I did earlier today, because it covers this article. And it's just really, really good, right? Really, really good. Realizing returns, what is registration of a security, goes through all of that stuff. They're really great read for sure. So, so they want to, in the bill, they're going to call it, with the new term, investment contract asset. My bill, Securities Clarity Act, separates a token from securities contract in existing law, allowing the SEC and token issues to easily determine when a token is offered as part of a securities contract and when it is not. All right, the Digital Commodity Exchange Act, reintroduced today by my friend Congressman GT, also gives the CFTC the authority to regulate crypto spot markets, streamlining regulation for exchanges and providing a place for tokens deemed not securities. In parentheses, he has digital commodities to trade. Tom Emmer goes on to say, I'm proud of my nonpartisan work of blockchain caucus members. Excellent stuff there. Excellent stuff there, guys. So, man, head on a swivel for sure. A lot of interesting stuff going on. Gary Gensler, hashtag Gary Gensler is not your friend, is in trouble. They're coming for him from all different kinds of fronts, All right, guys, listen, I'm going to end this video like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I are already winning. Have a great rest of the day, guys. I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.